Well, welcome back to the phonics portion of our day. So, of course, today we're going to work on sight words. We're going to work on our nonsense or make-believe words. We're going to work on letters and sounds. Today we're going to review tracking syllables. We did touch on that earlier in the year, so we're going to work on that. We're going to work with reviewing words that begin with the Y, words that begin with W, and words that begin with D. So we're going to be looking for, we're going to listen for words that have those sounds. We're also going to touch on prepositions, okay? And today's story is a fiction story, which is, it's not real, it's make believe. Okay, and yes, V, W, and Y. Alrighty, friends, so let's go ahead and work on the sight words for this coming week. We have five. Okay, we have 5 new sight words and then 3 that we are going to review. So the first one is day. Okay, so say that with me. Day. Hour. Okay, like OU makes the sound ow, like when you get a owie. So ow, sh, o. Okay, so this one here is only, it's kind of like our W is silent. So we just do sh, o, show. Superstar E makes the vowel say its name, take. And this is a word that is like this number. What is this number? 2. So this one is also the word two, but it has 2 O's. T-O-O, 2. Then we're going to, these are the 3 that we will be adding. Your, 8, and there. So those are the 8 sight words for this week. Let's go ahead and practice these. Her, saw, put, off, very, ask, there, could, that, this, to, like, see, by, away, over, here, came, my, we, who, a, how, on, little, I, said, go, just, me, of, help, where, good, he, one, out, walk, say, you, look, she, soon, some, now, is, for, must, from, no, and, they, make, all, went, with, do, are, come, them, was, new, only, when, have, then, will, find, give, what, be, many, up, play, so, the, but, down, into. Whoa, very, very good. All right, so those are all of our sight words. Let's go ahead and do some of our make-believe words. Really, really quickly, friends, I want to tell you again, I cannot stress it enough, how well you all did. However, we still have to continue doing it until it is our actual test day. The more we practice, the better we're going to get. What I did see when we were assessing is that a lot of you were spending a lot of time trying to figure out what the word was. Okay, so friends, the object of our nonsense words is if you don't know the word, okay, just bing, bang, boom, the sounds, okay? They're going to, when the assessment comes to, they're going to measure not only how many words you can read, but also how many sounds. So if you're not able to read the word bam, then just read the sounds, okay? So we're gonna switch the reading of the words. And I want everyone that has been just reading the word, continue doing what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job. But I have, there are a lot of you that are struggling with that. Okay, so this isn't for you. This is a 1 minute test, friends. And in 1 minute, it takes a lot of time. It takes seconds for you to try figuring it out. If you see it, you don't know it, then that's your cue to say, I'm just going to say the sounds. So we're going to do this. Id, wid. You see how fast I'm saying the sounds? Op, rop, ought, sought, as, saz, if, wef. Again, if you know the word, just read it, okay? Ed, ked, ugh, fug. For example, if I knew this word, I wouldn't spend the time sounding it out. I would just say heg, okay? But if you don't know it when you see it, then you just do egg. And if you don't know after you say the sounds, move on to the next one. Mun, gan, ax, zax, tig, ex, rex, fes, jik, fab. I just knew that word. Then I just knew that word. Sav, dow, hack. Okay, so that's the way I want you guys to practice it. You do have the printout that I sent out for March and April. Practice that with your scholars. Set a 1 minute timer. Okay, 9 out of 10 times the nonsense words repeat themselves. So if they know how to read it, bam. But if not, don't spend time trying to sound it out and then read it. Okay. All right. So really quickly, friends, we're going to do tracking of syllables. Okay. And tracking of syllables, or a syllable, is words that have two parts to it. So for example, the word pumpkin, it has two parts. So listen to as I clap the word pumpkin. Okay. Pumpkin. So that's two syllables. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to, hold on a second. Okay. I'm trying to get so that the glare, you're not seeing the glare so much. All right, there we go. All right, friends. So what we're going to do here is I am going to say a word, and then we're going to clap and see how many syllables it has. Okay, this is that's a book. Okay, so when you clap the syllable for book, do you say book? So when you're talking about it, do you say, oh, can I have that book? Or do you say, can I have that book? So which one is it? The first one. So we say book. So that is one syllable. Okay, so we're going to find words that have one syllable. All right, how about this thing here? What is this thing called? That is a desk. So do we say desk or do we say desk? Desk, one syllable. Okay, so here's our awesome desk. Then here we have that's a chair. So chair or chair. Chair. There you go. Chair has one syllable. Okay. All right. Now we're going to switch it around. I'm not going to tell you how many syllables. We're going to try and figure it out. Okay. So let's look at the word. Let's look at the picture. What is she holding? Yeah, she's holding an apple. Okay. So do we say, can I have the apple? Or do we say apple? Apple. 2 syllables. All right, apple. Now let's see. Ooh, what is this thing? It's a hamster. Okay, so let's see. Do we say, let's sound it out. Hamster. Or do we say hamster? Nope. Hamster. 2 syllables. Hamster. Okay. How about, do you guys know what this thing is right here? This stand. Do you guys know what this stand is called? It's called an easel. All right, so let's clap it out. Easel. Again, easel. How many syllables? 2. All right, so this is our cool easel. Now, finally, I want you to look back here. What is this thing back here? Yeah, it's a calendar. So let's clap those syllables out. Calendar. Ooh, again. Calendar. Calendar. 3 syllables. Excellent. All right, my friends. So we will continue working with syllables. Okay, we did before, but of course, we are reviewing it, and we'll continue to review that. Okay. All right. So today we're going to review words that begin with the y sound, words that begin with the w sound, and words that begin with the d sound. Now, before we do that, friends, today's letter is Y. Now, this is yada yo-yo. Can you guys say that? Yada yo-yo. And she begins with Y. There are words that we hear the Y, such as you, although it has the letter U in it, year, yet, and yard. Okay, so we're going to review Y. Okay, Y. Let me move this over. And I'm going to turn my camera. Okay, Y, W, and D. Okay, so y, w, d. All right, and friends, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a picture. You will tell me its name and the sound. So here we go. Yarn. Y, yarn. Y, yarn. What column? The y, w, or d? The y column. Great job. Name, sound. Doll. D, doll. D, doll. The y column, w, or d column. D. Good job. The d column. All right. Name, sound. Watch. W, watch. W, watch. What column? Y, w, or d? W. Very good. All right. Dog. D, dog. D, dog. What column? Y, w, or d column? The d column. Excellent. All right. Name, sound. We'll look at the arrow. Yolk. Y, yolk. Y, yolk. What column? The Y column, the W column, or the D column? The Y column. All right. Watermelon. 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 Y, W, D. W. Good job. Excellent. All right. Name, sound. This is a yam. 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 What column? Ding, 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 ding. The Y column. Great job there, friends. All right. White. 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 What column? The W, the W column. Okay. Desk. 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 What column? Ding, 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 ding. The D column. Very good. Finally, yellow. 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 What column? Ding, 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 ding. The Y column, the Y column. Great job, my friends. You did fantastic on that part. All right, so really quickly before we do today's reading, let's visit. I want to visit some propositions, okay? And let me explain to you. Oh, my magic book. Let me explain to you what propositions are. So, prepositions are words that show connections between two words in a sentence. Okay, so the prepositions, they let writers put more information in their sentences, so to help give us information about their sentence. So for example, I want you to look at this sentence right here. Hold on. All right, so look here. Let me grab my whiteboard. Okay, so I want you to look at this really quickly. Okay. Okay. You guys excited to see what I'm doing here? All right, so really quickly, I want you to look at this. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. This gift is for Mrs. Strickling. Okay, so this sentence is telling us the preposition here is the word for. That is telling us who the present is for. And who's the present for? Yes, for Mrs. Strickland. Okay, now look here. Look at this. Okay. Okay, so I want you to listen to this part. She read out loud every night to the baby inside her tummy. Okay, so the word to right there is the preposition, it helps us to know that she, the mom, is reading to her baby. Okay, now look at this one. All right, so look here. Hold on. Okay. When they brought him home from the hospital, okay, when they brought him home from the hospital, okay, from, that is the preposition is from, and the word helps us know where the baby used to be. So where was the baby before? From the hospital. See, so those are what prepositions are. We will continue working on that this whole week. Okay, so I'm going to give you some prepositions. For example, give the book something me. Okay, would we say give the book with me or give the book to me? To. The preposition is to. You are giving the book to who? To me. All right. This letter is to you, or this letter is for you. Who is the letter for? For you. Okay. Come and, oh no, come of me or come with me. What's the preposition? With. Okay. The bowl is full for fruit, or the bowl is full of fruit. Of. Okay. Milk comes to cows. Milk comes to cows, or milk comes from cows. Milk comes from cows. All right. All righty, my friends. So today's story, that's so funny. Can you imagine if the milk went to the cow and said, "Hi, cow, here I am"? Wouldn't happen. All right. So today's story, it is a fiction story. That means it is a make-believe story, something that could never, ever happen. Okay? Baby Brains, the smartest baby in the whole world, written and illustrated by Simon James. Baby Brains. I gotta tell you, I think this book might be really good. And this is my title page. Baby Brains. Baby Brains. In the months before Baby Brains was born, Mrs. Brains was very busy. She read out loud every night to the baby inside her tummy. Have you ever heard your mommy reading to a baby inside her tummy? Or did your mommy ever say that she read to you while you were in her tummy? She played music and languages on headphones to her baby during the day. Mr. and Mrs. Brains wanted to make sure their baby was going to be very smart. They even turned up the television when the news came on. So there she is playing music for him, right? And then they turn up the news so that he can hear all the language, right? And language is a type of dialect that a group of people speak. Like, for example, if you are Mexican, then you speak Spanish, right? If you are, say, for example, if you are Chinese, and you would speak, if you were Asian, if Chinese, you would speak the Chinese language. Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Brains were very excited when their baby was born. It was a boy. Our very own baby Brains, said Mr. Brains proudly. When they brought him home from the hospital, Mrs. Brains laid him down in the brand new crib. Sleep tight, baby Brains, she whispered. So there's baby Brains. Look how cute he is. Oh, he's so cute. The next morning, Mrs. Brains was on her way to get breakfast when she heard some strange noises in the living room. So there she is. She's on her way to do what? Yep, to make breakfast. But she heard a strange noise. Let's see what's going on. Mrs. Brains opened the door to see her baby sitting on the sofa reading the morning paper. So there's baby Brains reading. Could a newborn baby read? By afternoon, baby Brains was fixing the car. We certainly have a bright one here, said Mr. Brains. That evening, baby Brains spoke his first words. I'd like to go to school tomorrow, he said. So there he is. He's fixing his daddy's car. Look, he's telling his dad, hand me the wrench. And then here, his first words were, I'd like to go to school. Oh my. He is indeed very, very smart. The next day, baby Brains visited the local school. He sat down with the children and answered all the questions. The children were amazed. Well, look here. There's a brand new baby. He's in school. He's raising his hand and he's answering. Real or fantasy? Fantasy. At the end of the afternoon, the teacher thanked baby Brains. I don't think I've ever learned so much in one day, she said. On the way home, baby Brains said he wanted to go to college and study medicine. And look here, there's his teacher saying thank you. But he's being pushed home on a stroller. Oh my goodness, he's still a baby. And now he wants to go to college to study medicine. Do you know what that means? What he wants to be if he wants to study medicine? Maybe he wants to be a doctor. You're right. After just 2 weeks, baby Brains began working as a doctor at the local hospital. He was very popular with all the staff and patients. So there he is, itty bitty, and look how long his stethoscope is, so he can hear the man's heart. Good grief, he's so little. Oh my gosh. Words soon spread about the extraordinary baby Brains. Everyone wanted to meet him. Extraordinary. Now that's a word, right? And extraordinary. Do you guys know what extraordinary means? No? Okay, well here. Let's see what our book tells us. So extraordinary is someone that is like super special, like one of a kind. There's like nothing that the same about it. So for example, here's baby brains. He's super duper smart and he's doing all these things. It's like extraordinary. It means like that's not ordinary. Like an ordinary baby would be someone that, well, like a baby who just sleeps, drinks milk, you burp him, you change his diaper, and he goes back to sleep. That's an ordinary baby. But an extraordinary baby means completely different. This one is like a genius. All right, let's see. One night, some space scientists called. They asked if baby brains would like to help with their next space mission. Oh, so look there. There's baby brains in the newspaper. And then look here. There he is talking. He's talking to the space scientist. And look at how does the mom look? She looks like, oh dear. And look at the dad. The dad is like, no way. And he's on the phone just talking along. Yep. What do you think? Do you think he wants to go to space? His face looks like he's super excited. Let's see what happens. The following day, Mr. and Mrs. Brains and their baby traveled to the Space Center after training hard over the weekend. Oh my gosh. So there he is. So they took him to the space station. There he is working out. And they're keeping him. They have him like connected to machines to make sure that his heart rate is okay, that he's not like overly stressed. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Baby Brains waved goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Brains and blasted off into outer space. Oh my gosh, look. There he goes. And he's waving goodbye. Oh my. How many of you would love to be like Baby Brain and go to outer space? I know I would like to go there. Ariana, I know you want to go to you want to be an astronaut. Everyone in the world held their breath as they watched Baby Brains take his first spacewalk. Tell us how you feel on this special occasion, radioed ground control. And look, there he is in space. Whoa, there's his space shuttle up there. Let's see. Baby Brains looked up at the vast starlit sky above him. He looked down at the vast starlit sky below him. He looked at the whole world in front of him and mumbled something. Do you know what mumbled means? Yeah, mumbled means that when you speak and it's unclear of what you're saying. So I could say something like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Do you even know what I said? That's mumbling. That's mumble. We can't quite hear you, radio ground control. Could you repeat that? And there he is. Remember, he looked up at the starlit sky. He looked down at the starlit sky. And he looked at the whole world. And ground control says, can you repeat that? We can't hear you. I want my mommy! Wailed Baby Brains. Oh my gosh, look at him. Uh-oh. I think he's acting like a baby. That's enough, Mrs. Brains yelled to the space controller. Bring my baby home right now. Ooh. And look, there she is. She's able to see him on the monitor. And she's like, bring him home now. Ooh. Oh, the mommy is like, that's enough. Baby Brains was flown home as quickly as possible. He felt very embarrassed as he stepped down from the hatch. There he is, coming down. Do you know what embarrassed means? Kind of like ashamed, like, oh no, like all these people saw me in space and all I wanted to do is come back home. Yeah, well, that's okay. He's a baby. But through the crowd of photographers and cameramen, Mrs. Brains came a running. And there she is running towards him. And look, she even has a little tear. And look, he's like, Mommy, Mommy. And she's like, Baby, baby. Our beautiful little baby, sighed Mrs. Brains as she lifted him high into the air. Our brave little baby, said Mr. Brains. Can we go home? Asked Baby Brains. So he wants to go home. At home, Mrs. Brains gave Baby Brains a warm bath, which made him feel a lot better. Mr. Brains tickled him, which made him laugh. So I think now he's acting like a baby, right? And he's being treated like one. Hold on, my pages are getting stuck. And Mrs. Brains sang Baby Brains to sleep. Then they gently laid him down in the brand new crib. It was good to have their baby home again. Our very own Baby Brains, whispered Mrs. Brains. So there they are, so nice and happy. And it even looks like Baby Brains is happy, nestled in his mommy's arms. From that day on, Baby Brains spent most of his time at home doing the things that most babies do. Except, that is, on the weekends. When he still liked to help out at the local hospital. Look, there he is operating. The end. Now, wasn't that such a sweet book? I really love this book. Baby Brains is a great book. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. All right, friends, so I will see you in just a little bit. Don't forget to bring your spelling dictation paper. All right, see you in a bit.